Hey guys, how you doing? So welcome back. Man, I sort of want to tell you, see, there's a thing going on in NFTs right now. Okay? There's a lot of airdrops going on, and there's a lot of psychology going on. And it takes NFTs have a whole world that they've created. There's a whole ecosystem there outside of crypto. Even though you're using crypto to buy and sell and trade these things and transactions, and you're doing DeFi deals under different gamification terms. But the thing is, the NFTs have a whole ecosystem. Now, I've been in NFTs for a long time on NFT terms, like since February of this past year, right? I was there in time to do it right and be one of the people who get to go, wow, and here, Twitter is a picture of my new house. Thanks, NFTs. I was here early enough to be able to do that, but I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I tried to be smoother than I am, and I outsmarted myself. So whether I outsmarted myself or I just didn't catch on so quick because I'm an older fella, and I feel like, gaming, video games, cartoons, pictures, like this feels like a younger person environment. So whatever the reason, I blew it. Now, here's how it kind of went down, right? First, let me tell you, I started 2017 really getting into crypto heavy, right? And researching, and I don't have a lot of money, and I didn't come from a lot of money, so I would put in $100 here, $50 here. I started my crypto journey with $60. I bought $20 Ethereum, $20 Bitcoin, $20 Litecoin. It's only 3 coins Coinbase offered at the time. Now, so I did fairly well for somebody of my means. And now NFTs pops up. The bull run in my mind started this year. So in December, I remember eating pizza at a little outdoor diner in New York. In the end of December, just watching Bitcoin finally cross that $20,000. And it just started going up. So January 1st came and it started going up some more. And it kept going up and kept going up. So February comes and I start to pay attention to, there's a craze going on over in this side of the world separate from crypto, but inside of crypto's ecosystem. It's called NFTs. So I looked at it and I said, these people are buying pictures, little cartoons. Remember, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm just looking at what I see and I'm gauging it based on a whole life's experience, right? 40, 50 years of life experience, trying to assume what I'm seeing here over this month. And I see them paying good money for these art pictures, right? I'm not about to buy with this money that I've earned in over years. I'm not about to buy some pictures with it. If people are buying pictures, I know artists, I'll sell my own pictures, right? So I'm going to learn how to mint a collection, get them out on the server, and then let people buy mine. This is how I think. I'm entrepreneurial first. So I know a lot of artists, and I know 3 really, really good artists, top of the game, from authors and who illustrate their own book, to guys who do characters, to guys who do like new funky, new age style, abstract sort of stuff. Just I got people all over the place that know this. So I went to one of my guys. I said, hey, I'm gonna try to explain this topic to you. I know some people who might want to buy your art. So are you down with that? If I buy your art off you, what I'm doing is I'm going to resell it to this group of people, hoping that they buy it. But what I need you to do is understand that when I buy your picture, you can't be selling copies. Like, I need to have rights to that picture, because I'm going to sell to somebody else who demands that rights for the money that I want them to pay for them. And he was like, that's cool. I said, are you okay with that? And he said, yeah, of course with that. I just want my art to get out, and I wanted to buy it to sell it. And if you're buying it now, I don't care what you do with it. So I'm like, great, we have a deal. In my head, I'm thinking, I'm gonna make this guy rich. I made a collection, I put it out. Okay, so in February, I ignored all the chances to buy early into these projects that taken off, thinking that I'm not going to spend my money for this. People pay me. That's what I do, right? Okay, so that happened. March came. Got my collections minted, everything's ready. Not advertising real hard because I feel a little funny because it's not my art. But I paid for the opportunity to sell it, and it is original art. And I'm not doing anything wrong, except I'm starting to see other artists who are minting their own art, and it makes me feel bad for them. Like, I don't want to undercut them. So I'm not advertising it because it's not my art. But I like artists. I'm in support of them, and I'm trying to support a black artist here. But I feel a little funny, so I didn't advertise it as hard. And this goes on for April, May, and essentially, yeah, I sold one, And oh, and by the way, the artist over delivered. The guy Jonathan, he over delivered what I bought off him, as he always does. It seems every time I buy something, whether it's wall art or digital, I get extras. So he's great with that. I kind of stepped away from it, and I'm learning the NFT world. I'm watching people buy. I'm watching what they buy, how much they selling for, how much are they marking it up for. Do they buy a lot and try to sell some down to get some liquidity? I'm learning all this stuff, right? Except I'm not buying many. And then, I guess around May, say May, June, I finally said, all right, let me buy some and see if I don't want to miss this whole thing. Okay, so May, June was not a good time to buy, so nothing worked. The pump was in March and April. Okay, so I missed that watching this thing, but now I watch some people get rich in March and April. Like, literally, I watched these things called Bored Apes that nobody wanted for a period of time. Now Bored Apes are worth 30 ETH, 30 Ethereum. That's almost $70,000 at that time. 70,000, 80,000. Now they're worth over 100 ETH, and who knows what they're worth now. So I mean, at least $400,000, $300,000. They're out of whack. But I watched them start, and I missed it. That's my point. Now I'm irritated by even seeing them. Every NFT that comes out is a derivative of that, and everybody wants to be Bored Ape. But the thing that's annoying. Okay, so let me get back to this story. So I buy a couple in May, June. The worst time. Nothing was happening. So now I'm discouraged. I just watched all these people spend this money, and I'm not making any. I'm like, why? What did I think I bought the right one? What happened? So nothing happens. Now I'm holding these NFTs. Then it goes dull again until August. So now there's 3 months strung together where nothing happened. None of mine sold, and everybody's prices come down. I'm like, oh, so I missed it. Great, that's it. I'm over. I'm done with NFTs. And I'm driving myself crazy because I watched people ramp up like this, just straight to the moon. So now we get around to August. Things start to pick up again. The charts start to go back up. So I'm like, okay, now I'm going to sell some things. And I did. I made a couple good calls, and I carried them through that doldrums. And I sold a couple things like Robotos, Galaxy Fighters, some things that got hot for a minute. Ape Gang. And I sold them at the top of, I sold them at the tip before they came down. It was perfect. So now I've sold some NFTs, and I know it works, except I didn't hold on to them, and they weren't ones that went to 10 ETH or even multiple ETH. Mine, I sold them at the peak, 0.75 ETH, which is still good. 3,000 out of 4,000, something like that. And they did well. But now I'm back down to the bare bones stuff that won't work. And then, sort of around September, I started seeing, hey, there's other marketplaces. There's Solana has a marketplace, and people are buying stuff. Because I watch Polygon things come, and Polygon always seem to put out hacky products. I wasn't going to get on Polygon's NFTs. I'm on Ethereum. But Solana's marketplace has kicked off. SolC, Solinar, Digital, all these other ones. And I'm like, they have some decent stuff. And Solana doesn't have really any fees. I'm going to get some here. I had some Solana in my wallet. So put them out there. Bought up. I looked out there. Everything was popping. Solana's going to be the next big thing. Right? So I went balls to the wall. I said, I see what happened in Ethereum. I'm not going to let this pass on this new system, Solana. I spent all my Solana buying NFT. I said, fuck it. Let's go in. Let's be in the first wave of Solana. So what happens to me is what I saw happen to them in Ethereum. I did it. I was buying dumb stuff. World of Well, I was buying dumb stuff. Apparently, it was tremendously dumb stuff because I still have it today. Not a single piece ever sold on Solana. So I'm missing out. So that happened. Now, okay, now I'm out of Solana. I just got to wait and see if that ever pops off. I'm still waiting, by the way. Now I look back, Ethereum game is starting to pick back up. So I'm like, okay, I finally got my hands around a couple long-term projects that I think are going to be banging. Bears Deluxe, Atom Bomb. I'm like, this is it. Okay, now I can sit down. If nothing else sells in Ethereum, except for pennies on the dollar, I probably would take it at this point because I have at least 2 projects now that I know that can really take off. So I'm finally cool. But I went through the doldrums. Like, I watched all these people get rich. Now, after all of that, now we've been in the crypto winter for a couple months. This is January, second week of January now. Since about the middle of October, so October, November, December, it's 3 months. But over the past few months, it was dry. So now we're hitting what they call, this is like an airdrop season. People are giving out airdrops. They want to thank you for participating. They want to pay you to stick around, use their environment, use their protocol, use their tools, use their DeFi things, whatever. And apparently they're NFT platforms. So there's people who, there are airdrops coming who are paying you based on your volume of Ethereum. Now here's the part that is buggy. When you're here to see all that, but you don't take advantage, so you haven't got a lot of sales and you haven't bought expensive stuff. I'm not going to buy a 30 Ethereum bear. I'm going to buy a whole bunch of 0.02 Ethereum bears, hoping that that's the next Bored Ape. You know, I'm not going to buy one already at 30 either. I'm going to buy the low one and try to ride it up. So I don't have a lot of volume. But I have a lot of NFTs, but I don't have a lot of volume, which means I didn't spend as much gas. So when they give an airdrop based on how much gas you spent on the network, your airdrop's low. And then you come on Twitter and everybody's like, whoa, what am I going to do with this extra $40,000? And you're like, 40,000, I got 30. Like, that's crazy. But you still got the airdrop. It was free. You can't claim it because it cost more gas than the thing was worth. But, like, people are paying you money to participate. NFT volume. A new NFT system came out. And they said, hey, if you used the other one, I'm not going to say the name, then we're going to pay you an airdrop. So again, people that bought these Bored Apes, and everybody's not rich. See, people get mad because this is like a rich giving richer kind of airdrop system. But the fact is, some of them people got lucky. They weren't rich. They try to front like they're rich now because this one little graphic that they bought for 0.02 ETH is now worth $250,000 in minimum. So yeah, they feel big and they might even sold one. So now they are rich. But the games, they didn't start like that. And these people are being rewarded for the amount of money that they spent on the system, and that's good for them. But you have to watch that it'll get in your head if you didn't take that approach or have that luck or the combination of both, so your airdrops aren't as big. To share the story with you of my journey in NFTs and how I just failed it hard. Now I'm going to get to work my way out of it because I also got lucky and I picked a couple that did come around. But we'll see how that pans out. And it feels pretty good though. So I had a really bad run. Don't do what I did, but if you do, understand what you're up against. It's going to be a tricky run, and it's going to be hard when you log into Twitter and the Discord and you see all those people celebrating. Cool? All right, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a laugh at my expense. I am not laughing so hard at it because it is my expense that we're having it at. But it's all good. Listen, I would love it if you could help me out here. You see what the story was. You see how I'm hurting now. I would love it if you could watch a few of my videos. I would love it if you can like, comment, subscribe to this one and all of the rest of them. As much as you have time, put them on, turn the volume down, and do something else and just let the whole video play. That would be amazing. That would help. But I would never ask that of you. But thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And listen, I hope you have some fun. I hope you're getting NFTs. If you do better than I do, or you did better than I did, please leave it in the comments and let me know so I can learn from you too. And then we'll do this whole thing together. And then I'll come back in a few days with something new and see if I can try to entertain you. All right, guys, take care, and I hope you make some money out there.